Welcome back, everybody. This is RAF 204 with, and we're back at it with another video, guys. Okay, so this one we want to talk about basically, the way that the way that the money is going with it when it comes to games are getting extremely expensive. And now we have to like pick and choose, right? Which I mentioned in the other video. You're gonna have to like, you know, chill out with your wallet if you don't want to be broke. Hey, if you don't want to be broke, if you want to be broke, go ahead and do your thing. If you have the money, hey, power to you, whatever. But I'm speaking as a gamer and an average consumer. I'm not saying that you buy 1,000 games every month. Just what you like, right? So there's renting and there's buying, right? Those are the two options you have now, right? Renting and buying, right?
Thanks to a subscription service.
Yes.
God
And
bless.
there's a lot of subscription services. Same thing with movies, right? Back in the days, I don't know if you know this about me, V, but back in the days, I was a big VHS uh, movie collector. I have boxes and boxes of movies, and I'm probably gonna put it on eBay and sell all of them. But I
I
had
barely, I barely cut the VHS thing, but I did have a couple of ones, and those were pretty fun to have.
yeah. So and then Blu-rays, then I went into Blu-rays and stuff. And I was, and going into Xbox, and I never really like. I owned an Xbox because someone gave it to me, basically the first Xbox, and then I played it and I liked it, and then I kind of like fell off on it after I finished playing Halo, and then I just sold it again. I gave it to someone else, sold it, and I stuck to my Nintendo GameCube, and then I transitioned to PS2, PS3. So, anyways, long story short, that's where I was at. I never rent. I mean, I rented when I was younger, when I was a kid, because games were so freaking expensive back then. So there was this thing called Blockbuster, right? Where you go in and you rent, and you rent your videos every Friday. We used to go, and the new releases used to come out all the time on Fridays. So everybody used to go and rent their games, rent their videos, and play them. And that's how we used to do it. And then return the game, do it again, do it again, do it again, right? Because it was so expensive back then to buy games, we didn't buy them. We just rented them. So it was fine. It was very fine. But you don't own these games, right? And that's where, for me, as a collector of games, that's where I kind of like I went through this like middle age crisis, where I started buying GameCube games again, and games that I used to play when I was a kid. And then that's it. Kind of like faded away. Where I'm not buying no more freaking physical games. I'm done. I pretty much already got all the games that I wanted back, because I used to trade the games because they were so expensive, right? That's the only way I could get these games. I wanted the new GTA Vice City. I freaking bring like 5 games and money, and I got the game for like cheap. But I gave them like 5 games. So these kind of things that happen, right? And I lost all the games that I loved. Some of those games I really loved, and I didn't want to trade it, but I didn't have the money to buy the new GTA or the new Call of Duty or whatever. I didn't have the money for that, so I had to make do with what I had. Anyway, long story short, um, I was introduced to Game Pass probably maybe a couple years back. I mean, I knew about it, but I didn't really know about it until like I bought an Xbox Series X. That's when I started getting to know Game Pass a lot more. So renting a game, paying the subscription service is, they say, the best value in gaming right now is Game Pass. Now, I kind of disagree. Best value, yeah, you're paying $20 a month. You're getting day one releases. You're getting all these games. Let me just pull it up. Let me pull it up. Here it is. You're getting all these games. You're getting day one releases on Game Pass. You're getting the new COD that's about to come out, soon. You don't have to pay like $100 for that.
Peppa the Pig. Oh my God.
For the pig.
S-
You got
Son of Midnight. Oh my, the banger.
you got Oblivion. You got Expedition 33.
Pile World.
You got Stalker 2. You know, you got all these games. You got Activision, Blizzard, Bethesda, Xbox Studio, EA is in here. Um, Ubisoft.
Riot
You know,
Games.
you got a lot of games in here. You got a lot of people, adding, and these are the games that are coming up right now that I'm looking forward to. So, how much would Ninja Gaiden be? Ninja Gaiden is gonna be like 69, right? $69. And you got
80 is the standard now.
no, it's 69. It's gonna be 69. I'm gonna look it up. Then you got the Outer Worlds 2. Looks very interesting to me. They did the whole first person and third person view thingy. I like that. So I'm interested. I never played the first one, but I'm interested in the second one. And then you got the Call of Duty, right? And then there's more games, right? Every freaking game that look, even GTA is here. Every game that comes out, it's in here, right? Pretty much because Xbox pretty much owns everybody. um, it's the best value in gaming. But here's the thing: when I got introduced to Steam and the sales that these guys get is ridiculous. I'm just gonna show you my playlist, my wish list right now. V, check this out. Like I'm just gonna go down. This is the game that I was talking about earlier. 6 days. I was talking about that earlier. The realistic game, bro. Almost every game in my wish list is on sale. Almost every game,
Oh, a lot of
right?
them are indie, smaller indie titles too.
Yeah. Like I've been wanting to play this one, Dead Rising. It's on sale. All these games. I want to get Street Fighters for Steam so I can play it on my Steam Deck. $20. Resident Evil, I'm a big fan of. I want all of them digital. So I'm starting to collect on Steam again. I've finished all these games already, but I want them on Steam so I can play them on my Steam Deck whenever I feel like. Look at this. On sale, everything. Tony Hawk, I want this game so I can play it on my Steam Deck. 15. The new Tony Hawk that just came out, 3 and 4. Just got on sale. Look at this. It's insane. So it's like now look, I even have Outlaws here. I'm waiting for it to go lower though. Gargoyles. This is one of my old games back in the days, and they remastered it. $5, bro. I want the Spider-Man game again. I beat it, but I want it for my Steam Deck. Um, and it's hard to like kind of like differentiate. I mean, I know UV. What do you think about this like whole subscription service compared to actually like buying your game, the game that you want to play, right? What do you think about that?
Right. I did some, some looking up, I guess, up for subscription services and situation. At the end of the day, it's a very bad practice, and it's basically the reason why everything is a subscription. There's a reason why everything is a subscription service, because at the end of the day, there's a good money to be made there, and
Mm-hmm.
or for not the good reasons. But if you view it from the perspective of that, every game at day is like almost $100 now. Who knows what's gonna happen?
Yeah.
Six releases with this fucking new high price tag, and considering you're paying only $20 a month for if you know what you're gonna play and exactly, and you manage your subscriptions right. You pay $20, you play your games, and you just unsubscribe, and you had your great value there. And oh, games that there are, as you said, new release.
Yeah.
Even if they releases even a year after, even if they go on sale, they're still gonna be more than uh,
How are
of
you?
the cost.
How are you when it comes to owning your game or renting your game? Because that's what you're doing with Game Pass. You're renting the game.
Right, right,
How are
because
you with
that's
that?
another thing also with the what I looked up for subscription services in general. The reason why this practice is such popular is not only because of the money, but because of the fact that back in the day, right, when you buy something, buy it, well,
It's yours.
if not right, if not physically, at least you have a rights to it, I guess, and now you own.
It's
Now
yours.
the
Yeah.
point, right, the point of a subscription service is that it eliminates that factor where you the factor of you owning something. You
Mm.
don't own. thing now,
Yeah.
basically with subscription services. You just renting, right?
Now,
And is that a good thing, bad thing? Depends how you view it. At the end of the day,
yeah. Now, is
benefiting,
it
I guess.
is it? Do you think that it's okay? Like, do you think that that
Well, technically, let me break this. You don't even own the games that you buy on Steam, really,
right, right, right.
because that's what that's what written in a agreement, that you sign in before, I guess, before using a Steam, that those games are digital and technically you don't have any own.
Mhm,
If something happens, which probably never, but that this is what I agree. Case of
mhm,
extreme case scenarios, and if something extremely like that happened, that maybe, who knows, maybe the game renewal, owner team dies, and some Israelite comes in, and decided to change a couple of things, and Steam now doesn't, support games, and or something like that. All those games that you bought are that's it. Those are gone, I guess, in that sense. And in that sense, in owning, or renting any digital media instead of physical ones, there's a good chance that well, there's not a good chance, but there's not non-existent chance that you might, people just can take it away from you, and you're just not gonna own anything.
yeah.
But in that sense, I guess in the sense of but that's completely different, point of discussion, because in a sense of owning, in a sense of a Game Pass or renting comparing to owning on the Steam, it's also a little tricky, because some of the games are, some of the games are classics, people still play them, and some of the games that,
But you would say like
well,
those games are already owned by these people, right? Those games are bought already, been bought, right?
right, I guess people already play those
Yeah,
games.
they
A
already
lot
got
of
them. They got them
uh,
already. So even before
right,
this practice of renting and buying, like they
right.
have
A lot
those
of games
games.
I own already, played, and still playing, to this day. And some of the, my point is that also with the Xbox, as much as they have a great selection of games, not all the games are out there, and also the games that are in there, are the most, so the times are the big games.
Yeah,
So a lot of the good games are right now that are actually the small games, and most of the small games are teams. So in that sense, y- you know, in that sense, Xbox and renting games like subscription service is fine and nice, especially if you're doing it with the new games, new releases.
right. Which like
Take a Call of, take a Call of Duty, for example.
right.
Even if you don't want to play, campaign for it, play a multiplayer, and there's gonna be people playing multiplayer, and you're gonna be, enjoying active game while playing it.
Yeah,
And take a, for example, in the Steam, if you want to buy, some kind of an old Call of Duty, maybe you want to play campaign and you haven't played it, but besides that, multiplayer probably gonna be dead there, so
yeah.
there isn't much gonna be a reason to, in that sense. But yeah,
I mean, look at it now. Which give it, there are games that are so expensive when they come out day one, and I'll go back to that again. Day one releases. I don't think people should be doing that anymore. I just think that time of buying a game day one is already gone. Like it has to be a big title for you to actually be like, all right, I gotta buy this game right now. Buy it right now. Or or play it on Game Pass or whatever, and that's fine. If you want to play the game on Game Pass day one, perfect. That's a good excuse, to play the latest and greatest game just came out, blah 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 blah, right? But if you have to come out your pocket, I suggest you don't. I suggest you just wait for a sale. I think that as you can see, every store, this is PlayStation, every store has sales all the time. And that's why they always say buy, rent, or sale, or wait for a sale. And I think everybody should just right now lean towards sale for every game that comes out from now on. There
also,
are no games for day one. What game is going to be revolutionary except for GTA? Because that's a different exception, right? Except for GTA, which comes out once every 10 to 15 years. You know, what game do you want to buy day one? What game do you that comes to your mind that you have to buy it day one? You got to ask yourself that question. Just because the game just came out, or any game that's irrelevant at the time that people are talking about. What's the game that's coming out now that everybody's talking about? That they're hyping up. I forgot the name of that game. Everybody's talking about it, they're hyping it up, and I'm like, whatever. Which is Battlefield and Call of Duty. They're hyping those games up. They're like, oh, this is about to come out. They're about to drop. Blah blah blah. This isn't back in the days anymore, bro. This is not. You don't have to buy that game day one. You don't. There are sales coming up. There's NBA 2K, right? NBA 2K, for example, right? Game comes out every freaking year. The NBA is about to start next month. What do? What's the first thing that the NBA does with the NBA 2K when the season is about to start? It goes on sale. It goes on sale every freaking year. The game comes out in September. We got October when the NBA season starts, and it goes on sale, right? Sometimes it goes on sale to like $23. So people that bought NBA 2K day one, just wait, bro. You've been waiting the whole year for it. You can wait one more month and you're gonna get it on sale. So if the game sucks, which is the majority of the time the game does suck, you're gonna get it on a discount and you're not gonna feel so bad, you know. And I'm not saying people should be. I'm not saying that everybody's broke. I'm not saying. I'm just like, vote with your wallet so these games could get better. That's all it is. Vote with your wallet. They're not gonna get better if you keep buying it day one and they see, oh, everybody's buying it. I'm just gonna keep coming out with the game every year because everybody keeps buying it. That's what they're thinking about. You know, you can't just let it. Let these developers, let these publishers be like, oh yeah, look, they're buying it. Like you're giving them your money for a broken game that needs patches, that needs fixes, that needs whatever it needs, and it happens all the freaking time, all the time. We're on the next generation, right? That's what they're saying. We're on the next generation of gaming, and we're still dealing with glitches. It's funny how back in the days we didn't deal with no glitches. The game was ready. The game was in the cartridge. The game was in the CD, ready to go. You plug it, you put it in, you insert it, and guess what? The game is there, ready to go, full on disc, ready to go. No glitches.
Well, guess what? This is why you have a subscription service, so you
Yeah,
can constantly have the updates
and
for your broken game.
yeah, and that's why I always say, hey, if you want to save a little money, a little cash, and everything, go ahead, go for Game Pass, do your thing. That's why I still have Game Pass. I still have Game Pass with that. I'm really, really thinking about not having Game Pass sometimes because I'm basically creating my own Game Pass. My backlog is gonna be my Game Pass. My backlog is gonna be where all my games are and what games do I have to what games do I have to play and whatever, and I don't have to run and buy a game because I already did. I bought it when it was on sale. You look at my library of games, and I'll show them. I don't care. I have a shitload of games right here, bro, and I just got on Steam not too long ago. I could say that I've been on Steam for how long? A year, 2 years,
Yeah.
maybe 3 years on Steam, maybe because I had the Steam Deck first before I started messing with my Steam library and buying more games, and here we are. You know, I have a lot of games that I want to play and beat. I have a lot of games. I don't need to rush and buy a game day one.
Yeah,
So
that's another thing, right? Considering how bad games are releasing in place,
in the state that they're in,
there's a normalized practice at this point, just releasing a broken game.
yeah,
And considering they also releasing multiple games per year, so it's not like it's not like there's nothing to play, you know. Yeah, games suck though. There's a lot of also discussions of people saying there's nothing games, no games to play. There's a lot of games to play. They just suck. A good example of the game
we
that
have a,
you know
we have a new update. We have a new
that
update.
just exist, you know, out there. And and that's the thing. There's a lot of games, and I also so unless you're a really really big fan, which is also that's another topic of discussion of about brand loyalty and being a big sucker for for your games that for the companies or games that don't give a shit about you. But yeah, if you're unless you're a really really big fan, yeah, just yeah,
Yeah.
sales are basically are now any
And that's the thing, that
one
it's taking over the idea of. I mean, I understand what you're saying. I agree with you, V, on that one, with the whole you don't own anything. I get that. Anything happens, your game is gone and everything. And I do have physical games, so I'm okay with it. But at the end of the day, it's like, where am I playing at right now currently? Where am I gonna be at currently? I'm gonna be on Steam most of the time. 9 times out of 10, I'm on Steam. This is the first time. This is the first year that I kind of like really am diving into PC more. And yeah, you have Game Pass on PC as well, right? But it's like Steam is doing these things where, like, it's look at this, look at this, like,
yeah, Steam have all the games that any other place have and some more, and also have sales. So really,
sales are off the use. Like, it's
and
crazy.
there's really
$5.
no reason for people to go anywhere but Steam.
Like, bro, come on. I'm not gonna, like, this is a different, like, now, like, I didn't think anybody was gonna get me off of Game Pass. Like, I was like, I'm sticking to Game Pass. I got all these games coming up, and then I'm thinking, like, what was the last time you was on Game Pass, Rafi? Like, all right, I was on Game Pass. I'm playing Doom on Game Pass. This is not a game that I would buy, but I would always use that excuse, right? I always use the games that you're playing on Game Pass. You will have never bought them because that's not your type of game, or it's too expensive, right? Too damn expensive. Call of Duty is gonna be $100, right? Right, give or take. Let me see. Let me double check how much Call of Duty is gonna be. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like,
It's $80.
huh? So right now, currently, Call of Duty, the regular one, I mean the last one, excuse me, the 6 is $69.99, right? The new one that's coming out is gonna be $69.99 as well. I wouldn't buy any of these games. Like, ask me right now, I would not buy. Would I buy it on sale? Yeah, I'll buy them on sale. I'll probably buy them myself. Not right away. Not right away. I literally bought where was it? Black Ops 4. I bought Black Ops 4 not too long ago, like 2 years ago. I bought Black Ops 4. Was it Black Ops 4 or Black Ops Cold War? Black Ops Cold War, excuse me. I bought Black Ops Cold War not too long ago, and I bought it on a sale. It was like $23. Right? Did I miss out on anything? No. Do I like it? Yeah, I like it. It was cool. It was at the time, the zombies and all of that and everything. It was cool. It was fun, but nothing that wowed me. These games right here, like, bro, if I didn't have Game Pass, these games I would have never played them. I really wouldn't, and I don't think I would be missing out on anything either, right? I just don't think so. Like, you too, right? You weren't gonna play these games, right? Like, these are the next 3 games that I'm kind of excited for, right? Not
And
too
even if
excited.
I wish to play the games, the chances are I'm just gonna skip it. I'm a really big fan of Borderlands, and I bought the yeah. Well, one
Did
of
you buy
my
the 4?
decisions in my entire life was pre-ordering the Borderlands 3, only to see it a couple of years for like $5 on Steam, and
Yeah.
I bought it on a Epic Game Store, which is another fucking disaster of a launcher. But I haven't bought the
The new
next
one.
one, the fourth one, the last one. Yeah, and again the problem with the performance on the launch, a broken game
Oh,
basically,
yeah, definitely.
and it didn't look appealing.
Yeah. I would
Yeah,
say, if you have a backlog, work on your backlog, right? If you see these games coming out and they look like eye candy, just work on your backlog. Now, if you see a game like this one right here, which is like 20 freaking bucks, right, to buy, and you're into these type of games, why not? This is 20 bucks.
or haven't tried it.
Yeah. And this is 20 bucks, right? That's nothing. But, like, all right, you, for example, you're going to wait for a sale when it comes to that game right there. And it will be on sale. It will be. You seen Borderlands 3 go to like what, $10 one time, right?
5.
$5. Look at that shit. Come on, man. Wait for
Yeah,
a
I got
sale.
the last Battlefield was like $3, I think.
There you go.
95% sale.
Yeah, yeah. There you go. Wait for a sale. So that it's for me as a consumer and all that, and my schedule and how I'm playing these games now. Because before my schedule was a little different. You know, I had more free time to play these games. I had more free time to play on 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 console and everything and all that. But now it's like, and I have my Steam Deck, right? And I'm not gonna buy the new Xbox handheld, which is $1,000. I made the right call. Remember we were talking about the handheld of Xbox compared to the Steam Deck, and
Yeah.
should I wait? Should I wait for to see how much it's gonna be? I already knew. I already told you. As soon as I purchased my Steam Deck OLED, I knew already that that console was that handheld was gonna be $1,000 or better, and I'm not dropping $1,000 for that. I'm so sorry. I love games as much as the next one, and only because that console, that handheld plays Game Pass means that that's the no, it's not. I'm Steam Deck. I'm fine with Steam Deck. I get everything that I need with Steam Deck, and as soon as I get home, I don't even have to play it on. I could just go right into my PC and continue playing the game, and and I love it. I love it. I love the ecosystem of Steam on PC. I love it all, man. It's amazing. And bro, I was just what was it the Street Fighter 6. I was just gonna buy it, right? And then it said that the sale was finishing in 1 hour, and I'm like, oh, it was only $20. I was like, damn, I have the game on Xbox, right? But I want to play it on my handheld. I want to take it to go. I want to play it on the go. So I'm like, now I have to decide what am I doing, and the I forgot all about it. An hour later passes, and I'm like, damn, I missed the sale. I go back on Steam, and then I see this right here, this, and I look at my cart. These are the games that I have on my cart, right? And I look at my cart, and look at this, 8 games, right? 8 games, $58. You see what I'm saying? This is the kind of shit that I'm talking about. This is the kind of shit like why do I want to keep going with Steam? I mean with Game Pass. They're taking away $20 from me every month. It's not a lot of money, but it's also I can use those $20 here instead of giving it to them, right? And I can also cancel my subscription service, and then maybe wait for a game that I'm very interested in playing from Xbox, and then
Yeah,
I'll
that's
go
another
there.
thing with the subscription services. They the reason why they're so successful and why so many companies have one of the reasons is that people keep forgetting about them in the first place. You have that payment set up automatically every
Hmm.
month.
Yeah,
If you forget or just don't really pay attention, you can charge $20 like that every month, and that's kind of what those companies banking on those services like that. But the only solution to that as a as to combat this, as being a smart consumer and cancel those services at the time. You don't use cancel them. You use them. You get
yeah,
so
and
and
that's
that,
and
that's how
that's
you
and that's
and that's
hard,
how
and that's hard for people to do. That's crazy,
well and
right?
and
That's
that's
hard for because
that
people forget, like you said.
and that's exactly the reason why everything is a subscription service now, because they are banking on people forgetting.
Yeah, same thing
They're
with
banking on
credit
people being
card companies.
dumb.
Credit card companies
Yeah.
die for you to forget. Like, oh, I have to pay my credit
Yes.
card. Oh shit, boom, interest, boom, you late fees, and you're like, what the? So it's like, it's yeah, and then the
But
control.
as long as you can manage that, it's decent deal.
Yeah, and then you have control, right? Like you have control. These games are not gonna leave your library. They will maybe sometime something happens, whatever, and it's rare, right? It's rare that it happens where they remove a game or whatever the case may be, and it's rare. I haven't seen it in a while. I haven't seen somebody remove a game. There was just like the Crew was the one that was removed because there's the Crew 2 and then the Crew Motorfest, and people were pissed off about the crew being removed. But other than that, like that I know of, I don't know if you know more of games that I know of. That's the only one. Everything else is
No, there's a plenty of games, and this, but the crew is most popular one, and stop killing games,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
initiative. That was because I mean,
yeah.
there's multiple games like that, and but the crew was so big that it sparked the whole fucking whole movement. And actually, as far as I know, they actually bringing back the crew now because of this, because it
Yeah.
actually succeeded
And good, and that's good.
and that.
Yeah, that's good. But it's like, look at this, man. Like, there's these games I've never played before, so they're new to me. You know, they're not old. I mean, they're older games, yeah, but they're new to me, right? $2, $2, $2, $3, bro. Why would I want to buy a brand new game right now? I have games right here that I can buy for cheap.
Yeah, and especially if you're a true gamer and not just a console refugee, you should get out of your comfort zone for once and try
Yeah,
something that isn't
which is
so
why,
shiny and popular.
yeah, which is why, well, yeah, that's true too. I'm working on that with you, playing these indie games. What was the last one we played? Valheim, right?
Valheim.
Valheim, right? I have Valheim right there. You know, I'm interested. I like it. I've been playing Roblox with my kids a lot. Like seriously, I've been playing Roblox a lot with my kids. My kids hit me up every single night. They want to play Roblox, and I'm like, cool, let's go. Whatever, it's fine. It's a fingertip away. I'm playing on my phone for crying out loud, you know, and it's free, and I have fun with them. You know, I didn't spend a single dime. So it's hard. It's hard for me to stay here for a really long time. Like I feel that with the $20 that I spend here, I can spend it on Steam and I can keep my games because I'm not playing these games. I'm not. Look at all
Yeah,
these
that's
games that,
another thing.
like all these games came out right here. The only one I played was Starfield. I heard this game is really good, right? Like
how much at the beginning was the Game Pass price already?
no, Game Pass in the beginning was like 16.99. I think it was 16.99. Well, no, in the beginning I didn't have it, but I heard it was 9.99 when it first
It's
came
like
out.
12, I think.
Yeah, and then it went to
If-
12. For PC, it's
Yeah,
cheaper actually now. For PC
and
is
that's another thing with the subscription services. Again, another point is that a lot of them start very cheap. The whole point of this business
oh
strategy is
yeah,
that
that's what
you get
everything. That's even
as
when
many people, right? Again, it would go back to a business and
business
fucking
at home.
greed.
Yeah, and you saw Netflix, right? You saw how much Netflix is now. Netflix is
Right.
20. Netflix is 25 a month
Right.
now.
Netflix is a good example though to see, because Netflix was one of the first, subscription services in
Yeah,
general, successful ones, and in general, and it's a good whatever's Netflix doing right now is basically how
yeah,
whatever it's doing right now and whatever it's gonna be doing in the future, it's gonna show, it's gonna represent all the subscription services in general as a whole, because it was is the original. I think that's how they work. And point is that right, the whole idea of a subscription service is to get as many people as possible, initially, build the population of people who pay, and then the strategy here is that then you start cutting costs. You start increasing prices, cutting costs. This is why Microsoft, as much as they've been buying those studios to make those games for Game Pass, now they fucking laying off half of them. Now they're increasing the price for the Game Pass and stuff, and that's gonna continue as happening. You're gonna see less games, higher prices until they say enough is enough. And that's kind of if we want to talk about the future, or where all this going, subscription services. What I
yeah,
heard is that future, the subscription services already, peaked, as they say. They already had their most success, a couple of years back. And what's happening now is that basically things are going down, and actually, a lot of subscription services having trouble with
maintaining the
sustaining
customers,
themselves.
they're sustaining the
Right.
customers. Yeah, because they
Right.
leave. Because they leave.
Right,
The smart
and
ones, the
also
smart ones leave.
exactly, and people, as much as it sucks, for uh, normal getting smart, as much as one of the right, as I said, one of the reasons why subscription service is so successful in the first place, because people are dumb. And now, with as time goes on, in general, there's just standard trend of fucking everything. People are getting smarter, and when people are getting smarter, companies start losing money, and they try to come up with the new ways how to make
I
people
mean,
dumber or how to exploit them.
look
And
at this.
point
Look
is
at
that
look at this. Look at this.
yeah,
Right?
premium, extra, essential, fucking all different flavors.
Look at why is it that we have to do this, right? And so they can cater to the cheaper, the more expensive. I mean, the middle ground, and the people that have money to burn, right? Because they don't care about it. They got money, right? But this
Point
is what
point
this is
here is that don't worry if you have even if you have $1, we're gonna take it from you.
exactly, and it's why I go back
And yeah,
to Steam. What were you saying?
yeah, with subscription services in general is that they are kind of dying out right now. And what's happening, because what happened before with subscription services, it was a physical media. You have to go
Mhm.
there, and get it. Then subscription services came, and now you
That's why I
click
always
a
bring up
button and everything.
Blockbuster. Blockbuster was pretty much
Right.
Game
And
Pass,
that's what
right? That's what Game
and
Pass is
that's
now, right? Game
and that's
Pass is
what Netflix replaced really. But what's
exactly.
happening now? What's happening now is that it kind of goes in the reverse back. Things
Yeah.
are allegedly going
Like
back
I
to
have like me, I'm a perfect example. I have a totally different point of view in Game Pass now that I had a couple years back. Because I was like, hey, you're getting all day one games, you're getting this, that, and the other. And then it's like, okay, you are, but are you playing those games? Those are the games that you want to play? Like, no. Like, I just showed you a whole list of games that I don't want to play. And they're on there. Am I going to get to them? No, I'm not going to get to them. I want to play my own. I want to choose the games that I want to play as well. My perspective of Game Pass changed. Like, I wasn't thinking like that back then. Now I'm thinking like that because I'm on PC and I'm seeing how cheap the games are getting. Where I was when I was on PlayStation and on Xbox, they're not getting cheap. They have good sales. You saw they have good sales, but not like Steam. Not like Steam. Steam makes you think different. Steam is like, yo, this is about to go down to $4. How about now? You want the game now? You're like, holy
right.
shit.
And then things are going kind of back like that. If not for physical media again, there's going to be a lot. People going to go back a lot of to a physical media. I mean, a collection of games. Self started. A couple of years back, I've been collecting games like crazy. Physical ones.
Yeah.
And if not physical, then at least stuff like Steam, where you at least you own games, and if you want to buy them, they are constantly on sale, and
Oh my
there's a
god,
good
bro. And
opportunity
I like the
to buy them.
bundles. I like the bundles that they do too. They don't do that in on console. They don't do bundles on console. On console, you just have to buy the game the way it is. But they like they have bundles here. Like, oh, you want part 1, 2, and 3? You know what I mean? Like together, you can do that too. You know?
They be cheaper too.
Yeah, and cheaper if you buy them like that. And it's like this is the game that you were looking at, and then and it's like I'm trying to look at that bundle that I was looking at before. Let me go to my wish list. This game right here, Crisis. It's called Crisis. It's part 1, 2, and 3. Bro, like you look at it, you're like, where is the Crisis? Yeah, you look at it, it's like you get all 3 games. Like
And
what?
there's a Call of Duty bundle that they have
Yeah,
them there too. $1,000 or so it costs.
those. That's the thing. Like those games, like this is Revenant. Revenant. I think it has part 1 and part 2 together. If you want to buy them together, bundle. See, Revenant from the Ashes, and that you see that $35. You get both games,
There's a
right?
publisher bundles too.
Yeah. That this is like this is the reason that like Steam wins all the time because of that. There's a lot of reasons. Look at this shit. You get all 3, everything together. Like DLC is the worst. So like think about that shit, man. Like I'm looking at it like I'm telling you right now, I'm looking at it in a different point of view. I want to use those $20 that I pay Game Pass, and I want to buy my games here, and and I get to keep them basically, right? I get to keep them for now, right? Um, and then I got my Steam Deck where I can play it on the go. Most of these games run great on Steam Deck. Not all of them, but they run great on Steam Deck. I look at the Star Wars that I just beat recently, $13.99, bro. They're cheap. and then you can get both. This one has the bundle right here. You can get Star Wars 1 and 2. See? Both of them for $20, bro. Come on, man.
I'm giving my money to fucking LucasArts.
Like, bro, look at that. That's amazing, bro. Come on. You about to you want to get into this game. You're in the and you scroll down and you're like, what? Part 1 and part 2? $20? What the fuck not? Why not? So you think about that kind of shit, like, and then now I gotta pay $20 to Game Pass. And I'm not playing anything over there right now. It's like all these games these games that I want day one, they're gonna take a back seat. They're gonna wait until I get a sale on them, right? So that's just it's a hard decision. It's you know, I think I'm gonna first switch over to PC Game Pass because I'm not even turning on my Xbox anymore. I'm noticing that, and I go with what I'm doing. Right? It's not like I'm purposely not playing the Xbox. It's not like I'm purposely not turning it on. It's just I don't do it. Right? I immediately go to my Steam Deck or I go to my PC and I play my games here. Like that's what I'm doing. Before I would turn it on because I want to, because it's easier, whatever. I could just turn it on, play, and that's it. But I'm so into PC now, and I'm still playing my Switch games. I don't feel like turning on my Xbox anymore. Like I don't feel like playing. And then PlayStation, I left that a long time ago. I even bought Helldivers on PC because it was on sale, and my friends wanted to play with me on Helldivers, and then they have the PlayStation, so they have crossplay. Boom, bought the game on Steam. Do I feel bad? No. Does the game run way better? Hell yeah, the game runs way better on Steam than it did on the PlayStation. So I'm happy here. I'm happy. And this is where I'm at right now. And I'm going to continue being here until what? I have to upgrade my graphics card when? Like in fucking 5 years? Like, I'm good here. I'm good. Steam Deck makes everything easier too. Like, it's basically a Switch, but for PC. So you don't even have to dock it because you play on your PC. And you just come home, you play. You could even turn it on and just play right there for a couple of minutes and turn it back off and continue. So if anybody that's on the fence of buying a Steam Deck, bro, if you play a lot of games and you don't have time to play games right now, Steam Deck is the way to go. It's cheaper than whatever's coming out right now. It's not as strong, but I don't think you need a lot of. That's the whole point of the Steam Deck, right? Like you don't need all that power. It runs the game, runs. But yeah, that being said, let us know what you guys think. V, you have any other final thoughts on this topic?
Yeah, no.
I mean, like, let us know what you think, guys. Like,
Yeah, as many as there's different launchers and stuff. Ubisoft, EA have
yeah,
Epic Game, fucking.
yeah. The
They all suck though.
reason I don't even play the reason I don't even play here or download anything here is because I have a Steam Deck, and my Steam Deck, I have to follow Steam to play those games, right? And they do have their sales. They have their sales here. They do. You know what I mean?
They
I see
even
them.
giving out free
See?
games.
And they give out free games sometimes, and they do. And if I don't mind, if I see that maybe I'll play this game because it's cheap here, and I don't want to play it on the go. I don't want to play it on my Steam Deck. I'll play them here. Yeah, well, fine, whatever. If I see a good deal, but 9 times out of 10, if it's on sale here, guess where it's on sale? On Steam. you know. So, and if you want to own your games, you go to GOG. You go to GOG. What is it called? GOG. GOG.
Yeah, you have it there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of
If you
by
want to own
some
your game.
chance, right? If by some chance or some some gods, a righteous fear, Steam goes down, GOG is probably gonna be the second best option. If not, yeah, right. The fact that the reason why you own the game is game. I think what that you buy there, it gives you like a physical installer that you can because you don't have it technically, right? That's the difference or in Steam or any other platform. When you got the get the game is installed in Steam itself, but the GOG you can get an installer separately, which is exactly works like like you have a disk. You can put that installer in a disk and have it basically as a game as a physical. But problem with the GOG, as with many,
Mm.
uh, you know, fucking launchers like that, is that the choices of the games are limited there. You know, I have everything is the same there as a Steam or any other.
Yeah.
Cho- choices are limited, but good thing with GOG though is that I think even some of the games that Steam doesn't have, this GOG do have it, because it more prioritizes on the older titles. And even some of the games that don't, I think, like, don't even, like, for example, some of the older titles from, I think, EA, like Red Alerts, old games like that, EA doesn't have by itself, but this store does have. So if you're like your old style games, GOG have plenty of them in there, and also rent sales too, as one should, I guess. So yeah, it's a very good thing that CD Project, doing with this, and also technically GOG, also the whole selling point of a GOG, not even that you own the games, and also you have a integrated mod, a couple of mods you
Yeah,
have
I heard about that too. The mods, yeah.
installed to it like that. It's that you can it's supposed to work as a unified launcher. Basically, you can
Hmm.
tie your Xbox account, your Steam account, any other account from any other launcher, you can tie to a GOG account and have access through one place for every
Oh,
launcher,
that's nice. That's nice. I
which
gotta
was
check
the
to see
main.
how that. I gotta check out to see how that works with the Steam Deck. If I can access the
Right,
game through Steam Deck, uh,
right.
from COD. But I wouldn't mind. Yeah, I mean, if I find a good, like I said, if I find a good deal here, I'll get it because of that.
But
What
yeah,
you just said.
but it's not as popular as Steam, I guess. That sense. So yeah,
But
not many.
they got their shit together. They got their shit
It,
together. It looks very
yeah,
organized. It looks
and
very
if
like appealing.
right. And if anything, yeah, that's probably that's the hopeful future for all those launchers and
This
possibility
shit,
of of
three games, bro.
games.
$11. Come
Yeah,
on, man. Guys, let us know what you think down below. Like really, really like think about it. You know what you want to do. You want to rent games, you want to buy games day one, or you want to like wait for a sale. Wait for a sale. For me, wait for a sale. I think V is on the same page as me. Wait for a sale. Um, it's just not worth it anymore to like buy games day one. It's not. It's not worth it. Just I mean, it's your pocket, it's your money, it's whatever. And if you want to go for it, go for it. But that's just my personal opinion. That's also V's personal opinion. Let us know down below what you guys think about these sales of rent. I don't even know what we're gonna call this video, but we'll figure it out. But yeah, that was our inside thought into what we think about all of this stuff that's going on, man. V, you have anything else to say?
don't subscribe.
Subscribe, guys. Share this video, like it, please, and we'll catch you guys on the next video. We try to come up with more and more topics for us to talk about for you guys, and very interesting topics. Because that's what our channel is based on. Very interesting topics that people need to hear.
That AI generates. Yes.